stream this time. It is not Tuesday, not Friday. It's Wednesday. A day I've not streamed on in a long time, but for this case we will. And that's why, you may ask, because if you're asking, you can't read a title, because we are tomorrow's NFL draft. I want to do a mock draft for it because it sounds really fucking fun. I want to do it because it would be fun. So, what's up, DB? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, pretty basic idea. I'm gonna do an NFL mock draft for tomorrow. Do I know shit about 98% of the players in the draft? No. I know Mendoza. I know the running back, Love. I know like 2 receivers, and that's about it. I know the teams and what they need, and yes, we'll even throw some trades in there. That'll be very fun. And just fuck around, talk about some football or anything else y'all want to talk about. UFC, NBA, shows, movies, Invincible and The Boys are both amazing. I can't wait to watch them later. But if whatever y'all want to talk about, what we're gonna be doing mainly some football shit. So I'm excited. I have 6 teams have no first round pick. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's I'm trying to know who those teams are. I think I don't remember. We'll take a look. But yeah, gonna be an interesting draft. I throw a curveball when there were 8. And I'm excited. Just gonna do the first round, obviously, because does anything matter after the first round? Don't mind Tom Brady. And I'm excited. So Packers and Bengals for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bengals trade their pick, which fucking stupid, but sure. And then Packers, yeah. So okay, interesting. So and you never know what trades I might make. A team might get a 3rd pick, a team might get our 1st pick. Jags and Falcons. Yeah. Falcons not having one. They're fucking stupid. Jags. Oh yeah, I think they gave their Colts and Broncos. Those are the 6. Good eyes. The Peyton Manning teams. It's Colts. That really hurts them. They need a pick, but no one fucking. What are they going to trade for it? In Denver, they could really use a pick as well. So those teams, not having first round pick sucks, but again, never know. Maybe I'll trade someone into the first round. So I'll keep it realistic, of course. I won't be biased for any team, hating or loving, and it's gonna be fun. So shall we do it? I think we shall. We'll stop yapping. We have 32 picks to make. As this idiot as the GM, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Not talking about the UFC for once, unless you all bring something up you want to talk about. I will always talk about it. But if not, then yeah, we don't have to talk about that shitty UFC card till Friday. I'm not upset about that. Another thing that doesn't upset me is screen share working pretty quickly. We got the orange, or for some reason my TV saturation yellow background, which is fitting. We're going to Pittsburgh, and yeah, fuck Pittsburgh, fuck the Steelers. But we gotta head there for a draft. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with. I'm using, and yeah, this is the one, PFSN. No idea what Pro Football Snakes and something. So it looks like when they wore the striped throwbacks. Yeah, Jesus. Ain't that true? Ain't that fucking true? But yeah, I'm using this, and because I can't remember everything, I don't try to. I also have the depth charts up so we can look at teams and look at what they really need. So, I come prepared to stream very rarely, but I try, and it's gonna be fun. So, shall we dive in. Say we shall. Again, we got 32 first round picks. I'm going with the consensus big board. I don't know if that's the right pick, the wrong pick, or whatever is in between, but that's my pick. So, cool. And, yeah. 24 hours from now, the first round will be over. Let's take a look and see what this idiot thinks it's gonna be. I can do multiplayer. Y'all can draft with me. I highly doubt that work, and we won't be doing anything like that till fantasy begins, which I cannot wait for. So, but yeah, first NFL draft of the year in fantasy, and I'm excited. So, God, that Rams logo is terrible now, and I'll stop yapping. Let's get into this shit. And here we are, the NFL draft. None of the Raiders are on the clock. I wonder who they are going to take. It's such a mystery. Yeah, do I really need to waste your time here? With the number one pick in the NFL draft of 2026, the Las Vegas Raiders, for the first time since 2007, pick first, and they will be taking the quarterback from Indiana, Fernando Mendoza. I know, you're shocked. They should go back to 1973 logo, or the Rams skull. Yeah, that would be so. A lot of teams should go back to their old logo. It would look much better. So, do the Rams have a first round pick? I'm guessing it'd be later in the draft. And yeah, so I know you're shocked. Fucking Fernando Mendoza goes number one. Well, Raiders, at least he can't be any worse than Jamarcus Russell, right? I hope. If he's worse than Jamarcus Russell, we have an issue. And yeah, not much I can say there. So, and just don't be worse than Jamarcus Russell. He could be, but I doubt it. He would have. Jamarcus Russell is debatably the worst draft pick of all time. So to be worse than him, that would be a goddamn accomplishment. So yeah, I've never seen Mendoza play a game of football. I saw that one cool run he had in his last college game. So he can't be worse. And he's probably going to a much better Raiders team as well. Kuiper should be retired on this Clausen pick. Yeah, Mel Kiper's an angry old fuck. So, yeah, I know but yeah, not very much to say for the Raiders. That's really their first round done, maybe. And, yeah, Mendoza, number one, the worst kept secret for the last year. And, yeah, we'll see if Mendoza plays out. He said he would if Jimmy didn't pay him. Yeah, that's out in 5 seasons. Ain't that fucking true? Yeah. No one more can I say about the Mendoza line. Fernie's a Raider. He's going to a good team. Rebuilding wise, don't need a receiver, but Bowers, Genty, Max Crosby apparently. See how Fernie does. Will he be better than the last few first round picks? Quarterback wise with Trevor and Kyler, but that's way back. We'll see. He's definitely better than Cam Ward. That ain't a debate. So, not really much more I can say there. But now, this is where this is really when the draft begins. The number 2 pick, held by the worst team in football for the last 16 years, the New York Jets. What do? They need everything, pretty much. Isn't that a 200 betting average and it'll be Mario Mendoza line? I believe so. That sound about right. And, yeah. The Mendoza, a lot of Mendozas. I think there's a few in fucking baseball. I don't think there's any in the NFL and the NBA that I can think of. So, but there's not one on the Raiders. But to go from number 1 to number 2, what do the Jets do? They need everything. They don't have a quarterback. They have a running back that hates them, a receiver that doesn't play, the O-line that they need everything. So what could they do? Who the fuck is Avril Reese? I've never heard that name a day in my life. What happens here? We have some options. They need everything defensively and offensively. So where do they go here? Do they go whoever Avril Reese is? Do they go David Bailey? Franchise quarterbacks, elite receivers, and any edge. The Jets need anything. The bad thing for the Jets, their number 2 pick in Dante Moore said, "Fuck you, I'm going back to college." So now they have to deal with Geno Smith for a year. But who are they gonna take instead? That's a tough question to ask. There's a lot of options, but this is awful. A tank year for the Jets. They ain't trying to win a fucking thing. They are trying to tank and get Archie Manning the next year, and I think they will. So, but what are they going to do here? I'm going to say, who is Avril Reese? Or Arvell Reese? Good amount of defense or draft. I've never heard this guy before. Was the number 2 pick. Made up my mind. With the number 2 pick in the NFL, will be selecting Sonny Styles. Why? And I fucking know. They need that Atlanta. What more can I say there? So did D-Ray give a fuck with the Jets draft? No, didn't think so. Sonny Styles, I'm sorry you're going to New York, buddy. Don't know if you're good. You ain't gonna be there. And what more can I really say there? So simple. Next. And then after that, we go to a pick maybe even less care about than the Jets. The Arizona Cardinals are number 3. Another team that needs everything. Quarterback, running back, help. So where do they go? Okay, they can have this. The number 2 projected. Avril Reese. Welcome to Arizona, buddy. Again, if you ask why, I don't know or give a fuck. I almost gave him Jeremiah Love, but I would much, for how hype that kid is, with how hype the Jeremiah Love kid is, do you really want him to go to Arizona and then play with Jacoby Brissett? And no. The Cardinals already ruined one really interesting prospect in Marvin Harrison Jr., so let's not have him ruin another one. What the fuck's going on outside my house? Jesus Christ. So yeah, not really much to say there. Jeremiah Love folded up to top 3. I could actually hear the Cardinals taking him in real life, but Dan, do you really want to see him go to the fucking Cardinals? I don't, so there you go. Back-to-back Ohio State picks as we fall to number 4 with their new terrible logo and normal terrible team. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock at the 4th pick. Another team that needs everything. Do they take Jeremiah Love? I gotta love that for. The thing with Tennessee taking him is I could see it, but I think the team needs more than that. For a team as terrible as the Titans, they need more than a running back. Giving them a running back is putting a band-aid on a machete wound. Plus, you have Tony Pollard and Todd J. Spears, who, yes, are probably worse, but they need everything. And especially having a defensive-minded head coach now, I don't see it. And I'm kind of like with the Cardinals. I hope it doesn't happen, because if this kid is as good as everyone says he is, then do you really want to see him waste away in Tennessee? I don't. So, big time with the boys on the bus leaving. Yeah, definitely seems like it. So, what happens now? Which way do I go with the Titans? Do they take Jeremiah? Rabel was just the end of it. Yeah, definitely seems like that. Titans are a terrible team. They need everything. I think Cam Ward's terrible. I mean, that's an issue people need to talk about a bit more, but, is what it is. So what do they do at number 4? Do they say, fuck it, we need everything outside of this, but we're going to go with Jeremiah Love, or do they get more interesting than that? Let's see. You got Caleb Downs. I have no idea who David Bailey is. I'm not going to lie. I did not do much studying before this. I know the Sunny Styles guy. Oh, yes, I'm a casual, but, I'm trying, goddammit. I put all my effort into the UFC. I'm definitely not a casual there. I get called it a lot. So, but what do we got? We got Caleb Downs, who is he related to Josh Downs? And do they even need a cornerback? Remember when they traded for Jerry Schneed? That went great. They could go edge here also. They could go anything, and it would be understandable. I don't know what position the Titans could go with where it would sound stupid. Quarterback, running back, receiver, defense, O-line, they need anything. So they could go is a need for a lot. Yeah, like defense is going to be like the last few years. Fucking offense has been like the last 2 drafts. Offense has been like most of the top 15. But I think defense is going to be a strong one here. So like Jeremiah and Fernando. I think in the first 15 picks there might be 4 offensive guys, and even that might be a bit of a reach. Reuben Bain Jr. So, smart, but not do that. What way do the Titans go here? Because I just don't see them taking Jeremiah. I think they need more than that. But what do they need? With the number 4 pick in the NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans, with their new terrible logo, will be selecting like David Bailey. Yeah, I have no idea who the fuck that is. Nah. Let's look at this. So, but yeah, he'll definitely get picked soon. Don't worry. But with the number 4 pick in the draft, the Tennessee Titans will select Caleb Downs. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but the Titans are going to win 3 games. So does anyone give a shit? No. So Titans done. They could go a lot of options, but I think they'll go that way. So not much to say though. Then we get to number 5. We know the Giants are not taking Jeremiah Love because you got Scatterboo and it would make no fucking sense. So taking that off the picture, who do the Giants pick at 5th? A team who just lost their best player in Dexter Lawrence. A team who's hoping their 3 prize possessions at Neighbor, Dart, and Scatterboo don't break everything this year. O-line could always be an addition. So what do they do here? Fuck it, why not? With the 5th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants will be selecting. They will draft a best player and inspire him and let him go end of the first contract. Yeah, probably. More than likely. The Giants will be selecting David Bailey. Why not? I almost went Bain there, but obviously Bailey's probably better. So there you go. That's what Giants do now. Yeah, definitely seems like it. And then my team is on the clock at 6 for the first time tonight. And I'll cut this short and sweet. If we do anything outside of this, I will lose my mind. Welcome to the Browns, Cornell, Tate. We need receivers. And we better take a fucking receiver. I keep hearing a trade down rumor. I don't. We did that last year, and look what happened. No trading down. Like, well, yeah, well, with the Browns, it's always on the table because we're fucking stupid, and we like to shoot ourselves in the foot more than anyone else in the league. But in this draft, I ain't trading down. The Browns are taking Cornell Tate at number 6 and liking it because we need a receiver, and Jerry Jeudy fucking sucks. So there you go. And then the obvious number 7 pick, Jeremiah Love. Welcome to Washington. Is there any wrong thing? Is there any surprise there? They need a running back. Him falling out to top 6 is insane. Jeremiah Love, you're a commander. They need a running back who's not named Jaden Daniels. And there goes the prized possession of the draft at number 7. Anyone shocked? And then we follow the number 8 with the shitty Saints, who no one gives a fuck about. Do I have to waste time with the fucking Saints? Like, does anyone give a fuck? Premier dual threat, yeah. What do the Saints need? Everything. They pretend they have a quarterback. They signed Etienne and Gaya Kamara. They kind of need a receiver. They need some defense. What do they do here? I'm trying to think what they want to do here. Some mock drafts are saying take to Washington, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. A running back, yes, I hope we get Ertz back. Yeah, why? If they're fine and trade Terry McLaurin, then that's a genius idea to take Cornell. But if you're gonna, I think Debo's going. No, actually, it would make sense. But I think you need a running back more than you need a receiver. So, you could trust McCormick again, but whatever. I'm saying we're gonna take Tate before them. So, what's up, Steve? I told you last night. I'll drop the link after the mock draft. So no issue with that. Just give some time. Edge and corner are their other 2 big needs. The Saints need a lot of things. Again, if smarter people in chat, you can tell me what you think of my top 7 so far. How stupid. Like, I know I got this right, and these are good. I don't know what if I did good here, but you tell me. As we are at number 8 for the New Orleans Saints, who will be taking? They need everything else, really. But what do they do here? They could go Bane. It's either Bane or Lemon here, I would say. They don't have another pick in the first round. Yeah, if you don't have a quarterback and an edge, ain't much out there going to help unless you can get a Barry or Alstott. You ain't that fucking true. With the 8th pick in the NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints will be selecting Makai Lemon. Fuck it. They need a number 2, and why not get some fucking weapons for your quarterback? Yeah, if I am the Titans, I would choose Ertz. I would pick up and drafting it back. Tennessee will be decent on O-line at least. Yeah, Tennessee could do. Like, I could see him taking low at 4, but again, you got Pollard and fucking Tajay, who are reliable enough. So, like, you need a lot more than a running back, and that's why I'm taking a cornerback, because they need defense more than anything. They suck. So, not very much to say there. As then we hit the Dark Emperors, the Kansas City Chiefs, who would have been the prime target to be taking Jeremiah Love here, but they got K9, so that's not an issue anymore. Who do they take now at number 9? They need cornerback badly, and they're going to take the best cornerback on the board, which will be on this, says it's Mansour Delaney. Mansour Delaney, you're a Chief, buddy. Titans probably need protection for Ward the most. Yeah, but there's a lot more O-line you can get than you. There's probably easier to get okay O-lineman than there is to get a good cornerback. But again, at the end of the day, it's the fucking Titans. They're gonna suck no matter what. Are we ever surprised? But that leads us to our first trade of the draft, and it's the obvious one. Let's just get this out the way now before we hit number 10. And I think you already know what it's going to be. New England and one green team. This one is deep on D-line depth. That's very true. That's very true. Here's why. And seeing who takes them to just make a lot of sense. But again, Sarah Fallon, both for veteran QBs with a percentage unit dementia. I would love to see a quarterback pick in the first round outside of Mendoza, but it seems unlikely. So, like, if I was doing more than round 1, obviously I would do some QB picks, but sadly, it seems like every quarterback outside of Mendoza is garbage. So that sucks because it's fun when quarterbacks get taken, but with Dante Moore and Archie staying in college, the quarterback room for this draft look, and that whatever that other kid's name is, who's like 25 trying to stay in the fucking thing. So that, trust me, it's always fun to get quarterbacks drafted. And the Jets would have been taking Dante Moore at number 2, but he decided to stay in college. So, but speaking of, well, we didn't talk about trades at all, but let's get our first trade out the way tonight. The Eagles will be trading A.J. Brown for the Patriots. We'll give them 31. What other picks could they get? Now let's just get this out of the way. Now we know it's going to happen. So they can get 31. Let's see, what are the Eagles picks? They have so they would have 2 first-round picks, 54. They can get the 31st pick. People are sleeping on Colebrook, but otherwise it's a weak draft for quarterback. That definitely seems like it is an under 22 start QB. Yeah, why is every quarterback out fucking the draft old now? They can have 125 and what else could you give? You can give them the next 2 first-round picks and the next 2 first-round picks, and well, actually, give them their second next year, and we'll give them, I don't know, 202. There we go. A.J. Brown traded for the 31st, 125, 202, and a second next year. Like new antenna that don't have snaps and college and panned out, not much else. Yeah, that only seems like the case. So there you go. There's our first trade of the night. How realistic is it? We'll see tomorrow when it happens. But the Patriots get A.J. Brown. The Eagles will be drafting twice in the first round. There you go. And yeah, if you, why not? Why the fuck not? So A.J. Brown and a bunch of picks. I wish Chrome was here. He could tell us what he thinks of the trade. He is a Pats fan. And there you go. Eagles don't have A.J. Brown, and now they are taking they are at 31. First trade, and I got 2 more in my ideas list, so get ready. As we get back to the draft, at number 10, the New York Giants, who at number 5 took David Bailey here. Now what do? Hmm. They could take Bane and get a nice 1-2 on defense. They could get a corner. They could reach for a receiver. They could go for a tight end. They got a lot of options. But let's probably time for an O lineman to go. And yeah, they can take Francis Muaga. I think that's how you say it. Boom. I have no idea, but there you go. Giants take the first O lineman of the draft because why not? Fuck not. Then we follow to number 11, a team who kind of does need a receiver, but it doesn't seem like any top tier ones are available in this bracket. So I think TV and Detroit are targeting Cade Kubrick day 3 more than likely. I will be shocked with the quarterback taken before the 3rd or 4th round from what I hear about all these quarterbacks. So, as we hit the Miami Dolphins, who could do a lot of things here, a lot of things here. Do they go for a receiver? Do they go to kind of build up a team because they need it? They don't really have any defensive pieces because trade Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb's gone. Fuck it, Ruben Bain, welcome to Miami. Out of Miami, wow, perfect. And then we get to everyone's favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys at number 12. Ooh, what stupid shit did Jerry Jones do this year? He always has to draft a guy, an O lineman named Tyler. So see what happens there. But outside of that, where does he go here? You need defense. So we can just go right to where the defensive players are. I hear also entertaining a trade down. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked by that at all, to be honest. But like, no, up to pick 3 actually. Dallas up to pick 3. So that'd be they'd be trading with Arizona. I don't know what Arizona would get out of that, but you know, like, what are you gonna get? Fucking, I'm trying to think what the fuck would they even get out of that trade? They trade all Dallas already got rid of all their good players, and they're not trading CD or Pickens. So I don't get it, but Dallas, that's Dallas. As we go to number 12, they need defense. Who do they take? Fuck it. Or they would give them 12 and 20. Would that even be worth it? Like, why would you want to trade down if you're made that move? But Cardinals kind of need that 2nd pick, that 3rd pick, and they could go a lot of ways. Fuck, Arizona could take Jeremiah Love. Like, would you even want to make that trade down? Like, I could see maybe the fucking Giants doing that. Let's just hypothetically, they would never trade with whatever, but you know, Giants or the Saints could trade down, but I just kind of struggle to see why Arizona would want to when they are as terrible as they are right now. But what do I know, I guess. Giants made that move. So they went to 10 with Sim. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, of course, I'm not going to get these trades perfect. I'm going to be wrong. But I'm doing what I can. And with the 12th pick in the NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys will take Jermod McCoy. Not really much I can say there. Then we head to LA with their awful logo. What do the Rams need? They got Stafford back. They got Kyron. They got Puka. They got Devontae. Jerry Walker, the worst staff in a decade now. Yeah, Jerry could do fucking anything for all we know. He might take Jordan Tyson for all we fucking know, but he might not. So, what I do know is the Rams are on the clock now at number 13. What do they need? Defense, I guess. O-line, I guess. So, like, they don't really need any like top tier players in their defenses Caleb Downs to the Giants. I think defense over offense for them is the concern. Well, about that, Caleb went one pick before in my draft. Um, and then the Giants took David Bailey. Again, I know smart people are probably looking at this mock draft thing. I'm a fucking idiot, so you're probably right. But I know literally barely anyone in this draft, so my bad. They are old except Puka. Devontae is still great, and you would be insane. Like the Rams taking Jordan Tyson here would be a waste of a pick. Like they're in complete win now mode, and trying to develop a rookie receiver would be fucking useless. So maybe they could take a tight end, Kenyon Sadiq, but again, do they want to spend time? Yeah, 3 years, two quarterbacks. Like, yeah, there were like no one for 3 years. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the Rams are in win now mode, and they really don't feel like developing anyone. We see how Stenson Bennett's going and fucking developing there because he doesn't play. So, fuck it. With the 13th pick in the NFL draft, the LA Rams will be selecting Spencer Fano. Build up the O-line. You don't need much else. It's simple. What more can you really say there? Then we hit one of my rivals in the Baltimore Ravens at number 14. They need some defense. They need a lot of things, actually, but they definitely need some defense. They got Lamar, they got Henry. A receiver would be nice. I wouldn't mind them taking Jordan Tyson, but would they? I don't know. I think they trust Zay and Bateman more than anything. Bailey to the Giants also does make sense. One mock draft. I think Bailey to the Jets, which that would be solid there still. Who are they on offense? God, so awful. The Jets are awful on offense. Giants. I never understand why people are saying Joe Jeremiah Love to the Giants. That'd be a waste of a pick. That's putting a hat on a hat. You already got Cam, who might be worse, but fuck. At least give us kid a chance to play, so. What do I know, though? What I do know is the Ravens are badly in Jets O-line. As such, since Fitzpatrick, yeah. Who did I have the Jets taking again? Sonny Styles. That does not help them one fucking bit, but, progress. The Ravens, what do they do here? They need some things. Their offense is okay still, but they definitely need something on defense because they've lost a good amount of shit now. So, again, their receiving core is a bit iffy, but Lamar is not a quarterback anyway, so we're good there. What do the Ravens do here? They do got trying to hit Trey Hendrickson now, but you're not leaving yourself with, they got some options. They could go O-line, I guess. Do they bulk up their O-line or do they get a defensive guy? They can go. They fake a trade over West Browns and last minute pull out. Yeah, probably. When was the last time Jets made the postseason with it? I think it's 2010 or 2011. Forcing Browns to makes our ninth pick. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Ravens can take Monroe Freeling. Sure. Why? Oh, they did lose Lindenbaum, so yeah, actually getting some O-line really helps. And then we get to Tampa, Chrome's other team. And seeing this butt fumble, you know it. Then we get to Tampa Bay, who needs everything involving defense possible. If they take anything outside defense, they are fucking stupid. And what do the Buccaneers do here? Defense, but who do they go? Safety or line? I would take line because I think their safeties might be a little bit better than their shitty fucking D-line. Where is TB? They could go offense and it wouldn't hurt, but they need some defense badly. So, yeah, they can take Dylan Thurnyman? loaned to Tampa. And then the Jets are on the clock, and let's get this out the way now. The Jets need help on everything. Garrett Wilson doesn't play. They get Jordan Tyson. Yeah, that was a quick one. Do I need to explain why they take Jordan? Caleb Downs, if it's a safety, yeah, it'd be helpful, but I don't think he's gonna make it out long in the draft. I remember walking in a room right as what happened to him. The sign died. Yeah, that's the Jets for you in a nutshell. Is he like them and does that to position? Maybe. I would. I have no idea, but maybe. But Tampa takes who they can take at defense, and the Jets take Jordan Tyson, a guy who I kind of want the Browns to take, but if that Tate guy is better, then take him. It's the first thing I think of. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the first thing you think of when you think of the Jets in general, I would imagine. Next, the Detroit Lions. What could they need? Everything, because they somehow always end up getting hurt. What do they? They obviously don't need a tight end, so Kenyon Sadiq is a useless fucking pick here for them. So, do they take defense, or do they go all O-line? Maybe Caleb will break that. That's how all UNC quarterbacks in. Hold on. So, maybe. Like, it definitely seems that way. But, what does Detroit do here? They could take... They kind of need O-line badly. They can take... I'm not even gonna try this fucking name. Olaviga Elone? I actually might have got that right. Welcome to Detroit, buddy. And after... Wait a minute. Is this true? I'm getting breaking news. There's another trade in this draft? Between who? For what? Oh, okay. An out of nowhere shocker just went down. Now, please, go with the bit. As the Cleveland Browns just made a trade with the team who just drafted a few minutes ago, the Jets. And word has it, the Browns are trading the 24th pick. They are trading... what else can we trade? They are trading the 107th pick and a 5th next year. Plus, I'm just throwing shit. Can we trade any of our other shitty players? Damn it. And Jerry Jeudy. They are trading all that for... They are getting the man who's getting saved. Garrett Wilson. Oh my... Ladies and gentlemen, a wild trade is going down. The Browns are going for Garrett Wilson, pick 24, pick 107, a 5th next year, and Jerry Jeudy for Garrett Wilson. You know, if we did this in real life, I'd be over the goddamn moon, to be honest. So, I wonder if could go on, but maybe who knows if they trust Danny. Yeah, want to be a few teams could definitely be looking at him. Trade it's official. Now the Jets have a 3rd pick in the 1st round, and they now don't have Garrett Wilson, but they did just say Jordan Tyson. What a maneuver. What a fucking shocker here. There you go. You can't say I don't make this interesting. Will that trade happen? Fuck no. But, you know, I can dream. As we get back to the 18th pick in draft, the Minnesota Vikings on the clock. A team who could use many things. Quarterback. Well, now they do got that little dwarf. A running back who's not 90-year-old Aaron Jones. Not pissing off Justin Jefferson for 5 minutes. A defense would be nice. So what do they go with here? Like Danny Dimes was like the biggest one. Yeah, Daniel Jones definitely got himself a bag. Just to shit the bed afterwards. Let's see, what could the Vikings do here? What do they need? Kind of need some defense. Badly. Yeah, they need defense. The Vikings, they will be taking... Hmm, they can take Emmanuel McNeil Warren out of Toledo at number 18. And that's followed by the Carolina Panthers. Now on the clock, a team who's coming off a phenomenal year, making the playoffs, winning their division. Tyrell McMillan's phenomenal. Chuba Hubbard's really good. Bryce Young looks good at times. Their defense has got amazing. Could snag Arrows and maybe Zach Ertz injury. We don't need Zach. Well, we don't need Zach Ertz. We had Harold Phantom. That's not me being funny. I see no reason in getting a broken-legged old Zach Ertz. So I'll take Garrett Wilson and Zach Ertz can go somewhere else. So yeah, I'll pass. But yeah, God, if we could snag, if the Browns could leave this draft, this first round tomorrow night, with Garrett Wilson and Cornell Tate, I would do fucking cartwheels, like, for fuck's sake. So, but what will the Panthers be doing tomorrow night? Fuck it, let's get interesting. With the 19th pick in the NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers select Kenyon Sodiq, tight end off the board at 19, as an insurance backup at tight end. Yeah, sure, I guess, but I think we already have a backup who's not 100, but I'll take it on whatever. Vetman wouldn't be a big deal, but whatever. If that happens, cool. As we follow up from the Panthers getting Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end, off the board, to now going to number 20 in the Dallas Cowboys. Right back on the clock at number 20. What do they have in mind here? They could trade. They might trade this pick the more I think about it. Yeah, who could they trade with? Like, I want to trade a team into the first round. What teams don't have a pick? Yeah. The Bengals don't have a pick, but I don't know what the fuck they would even give up. Let's see. Some people saying Tate to Cleveland. Everyone should be saying that because that's the only option on the board right there. If we take a fucking O-lineman like we do every year, I'm going to punch a hole through my TV. Okay, so who could trade into the first round off Dallas being fucking stupid? I want to make this real interesting. Arizona is in the first. Atlanta could trade in. Chicago could trade in really. Cincinnati, but I don't know what they would even give, and they're probably happy anyway. Denver could really trade into the first round. Green Bay could trade, but nothing, they would never trade with Green Bay and help them. Indy really needs to trade into the first round. Jacksonville could really trade into the first. Ooh. Nah, one of them got Cleveland in their O-line pick. I just haven't just making the wrong pick, period. Yeah, ain't that fucking true? Isn't that for true? So, this is intriguing now. This is really intriguing now. Ooh, I got an idea. Okay. I got an idea that I'm going to do later. But who do I trade into the first round for Dallas? Or do they take defense? Because, like, again, what would they even want out of Atlanta? Out of fucking any of these teams? Should, like, realistically, yeah, I think Dallas will probably keep the pick here, I would imagine. Unless I'm just really blanking on a good trade idea, but I don't think I am. So, yeah, I think Dallas will keep the pick here. Yeah, the drafting thing's not easy. Like, I don't know, like, what What even is the second round looking like, I wonder? Like, like, can I see Jerry Jones doing something fucking stupid. I could, actually, we're gonna have a trade down here. Who's gonna trade up? Hmm. Chicago, I think Chicago can trade up. Sure, fuck it, Chicago trades up. Makes it more interesting. Chicago, Dallas, swap picks, and they'll throw in 89. Sure. Dallas would do this, get an extra pick out of them. I'm truly just throwing shit at the board at this point. Sure. I'm trying to make things interesting. So now Chicago's on the clock at number 20, and what they need, defense. Kind of need a receiver, but it looks like that probably gonna happen round one for them. They kind of can need some defense, and they can take they can take Cows and Folk. Why not? And you can't say RX doesn't make this shit interesting. The Jags made one of the best moves mid-season last year, snagging Jacoby. Wonder if they draft during the draft. Hold your horses. I might have an idea a little bit later that might intrigue some people. And they traded up last year and stole Travis Hunter from us. It's not stealing if you're stupid enough to do a trade. The Steelers. What will Pittsburgh do at home? That's a very intriguing question. What will Pitt do at home? Do they take quarterback and shock fucking everybody? Do they get crazy and take a quarterback? Or do they just stick to not being insane? Yeah, there's your boy. Steve. Do you want to see him go to Pitt and get ruined? He's going to be a Jets like 6th round pick or some bullshit. But I don't think the Steelers are that smart. So instead, I will say they will take. They can take. Yeah, they can take Proctor. Why not? Get some O-line hope. Speaking of O-line hope, the Chargers. What do you have for us? What do you have for us, the other team in LA? You need everything. You're taking an O-lineman if you like it or not, so Justin Herbert won't get murdered every week. Who are you taking? You're taking Caleb Lomu. Don't fight it. You need O-line. Take an O-line. Caleb Lomu. Go. And then we're right back to them Eagles, who have already traded A.J. Brown tonight, and now they have Devontae Smith and 2 picks. So is this where they take a receiver, try and replace A.J.? I would say yes, it is, and they will be taking Omar Cooper Jr. Don't know who that is, but he's the highest ranked receiver here, so there you go. Did not mean to click on him. Wait a minute, I think I'm getting word of another trade. I'm trying to think which one I want to do here because I got a few ideas. I'm getting word of another trade. Yeah, okay. Another trade is going down. It's the Raiders trading with, where are they? The Houston Texans. Where's the shitty Texans? Well, there they are. The Raiders are trading back into the first round, the 36th pick for the 28th pick, and they'll give them their other second round pick, and they'll even throw in a fucking 7th next year. I'm buying. If I am the Steelers, Cool Healer is gonna be a just speak against someone who's watched it. Yeah, Pitt don't like taking quarterbacks though, so kind of a bit screwed there. Can pass? Can he pass Zach Ertz? Well, maybe after his legs fixed. The But the Raiders are trading back into the first round, and they are trading with the Texans, the 36th, 67th, and a pick next year for the 28th pick. The Raiders are back in the first round, baby. Interesting developments. What do we think of those apples? They aren't being held on by a comeback. It's all show for his ego, you know it. I agree. And now the Jets are on the clock for the third time tonight after trading Garrett Wilson. So far, the Jets have snagged Sonny Styles and Jordan Tyson. Now what do? A team who I believe are just going to tank for Arch Manning next year, so quarterback is very unlikely. So what could they do here? Pat and one had awesome things to say about him this week. Yeah. What do the Jets do here at their third and final, maybe pick of the first round? Abusive controlling, no surprises. Yeah, shocker. The Jets, with their third and final first round pick, thanks to trading Garrett Wilson, are taking. Like, they can no running point to go anymore. They need a little more defense. That cornerback would be an ideal. They will take Avion Terrell. So, sorry, Avion, you will be getting no interceptions next year. As the Cowboys are on the clock after trading back, and wait a minute, another trade is going down. Imagine if we get to these many trades in real life. The Cowboys are trading out the first round, and the Steelers want back in. The Steelers want back in. The Steelers will give them. Why can't I trade the? I want to trade 25th pick. Why can't I do that? True. I gotta go back a pick. Damn it. Dude, I gotta go back a pick to trade it. That's so stupid. Spoil my fun, man. Why can I not trade 25 because I've already been traded? That's bullshit. Okay, Packers fan, I'm glad you left. Can I not trade 25 now? Damn. Damn. So I guess, got different ideas then. Got a much different idea then. Okay. So obviously Terrell still goes. Dallas on the clock. They will take. Yeah. They will take. Cowboys at 25 will select Captain McDonald. Sure, like who did they take with their first pick earlier? I think it was defense, right? They took McCoy. Where's Caden? Go Dallas. Bills will select Hakeem Mesidor. Works, why not? And then the team known for injuries, the Niners. Pittsburgh needs, I guess, to rip that band-aid off this year, but they won't. Yeah, probably not. The team that's known for every player on their team getting fucking injured somehow, the Niners. What are you doing? Yeah, they can take. What do they need? They need they need O-line. I think they are all projects. Even Mendoza. Yeah, that's what everyone says, that most of the quarterbacks in the draft suck. What does that tell you? What do the Niners need O-line, really? But they need more defense than anything. San Fran. Williams today. Yeah, they do need a line. Jesus Christ. Peter pick. So they need O line. Blake Miller goes San Francisco. Now we're right. Raiders back on the clock, but wait, they won the second to final trade of the night. Pitt is coming back into the first round, and they are trading with the champion Seahawks because I have no other ideas. Well, actually, no. They should trade for KC instead. Where's Kansas City? Kansas City. The Steelers are coming back in the first round. They want the 29th pick. They'll give up 53 and 85. And, God, they have a lot of picks. 224. And they'll leave. They want back in. They got cornerback they can take. You want Aaron Rodgers? No? Okay. The Steelers are coming back into the first round. And they will be we'll see what they're selecting, but yeah, they want back in 53 for 29. My plan fell apart a bit here, but I had no other options. KC trade. Do they still have a good amount of picks? They're drafting out of that Wonks now. They're taking their Steelers back in the first. What? You can't reject my trade. I control all the teams, fucker. How dare you reject my trade? I control these teams, you piece of shit. Fucking rejecting my trade, douchebag. Fucking asshole. There you go. Fine. More fair. There you go. Pitt is back in the first round. What are they gonna do? From anything stupid throw I've ever saw. Yeah. Raiders back in the first round one more time after making a trade. What do? I think they need a receiver because I'm sorry that fucking Trey Tucker is not that guy. He's good, but he's not number one. A lot of picks and sucks wherever the fuck you are. I'm getting creative, am I not? If this draft happens tomorrow, is it not fucking entertaining? Casey Conception, you are a Raider. Then we head back to the hometown team. What do they do to end off their first round night? Let's end Pittsburgh's night on a high. Any worse than what's going to happen? Yeah, but how rude. You sure you want that link? I don't care. I know this is a terrible draft. By four mine will be all fucked up. The Steelers are gonna make the crowd happy, and Ty Simpson is a Steeler, baby. There we go. The Shockos a draft. Pitt takes a quarterback. But wait, there's one more trade. Duval is coming back into the first round. And again, you can't say this would not be entertaining if it happens tomorrow. Duval wants back in the first round. Well, after not being in it, they're gonna trade. Wait a minute, they're trading Brian Thomas Jr. because he fucking sucks. And they'll give up the 56th pick for the 30th pick in the draft. I'm insane. In 124. And I guess we can throw in, I don't fucking know, 130, sure. If you ask, Brett, I choked. And what do we think about this trade? You really didn't expect this to happen now, did you? Now we're really getting fucking interesting. BTJ out of here. Jags in the first round again. What do they do? Bang. You can't say I'm not intriguing. If this draft happens tomorrow, the whole league is going to be in disarray. As the Jags now, without Brian Towns Jr. and in the first round out of where we'll be selecting. They can have Peter Woods. Why not? That would work in physical when you're right man. Oh, on your program is doing that. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't. Why not? Second to last pick of the night, the Eagles can select. Who did I have the Eagles take earlier? I don't even fucking remember at this point. Marion Cooper. They can take. I just fucking know they can take Max and but for the bad because he seems loyal in that franchise. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And lastly, to end the night with the 32nd pick to Super Bowl champs. For what? The Super Bowl champs, Seattle Seahawks. They need a running back. Do they reach for one? Do we end on a really intriguing note? When do Seattle pick again? I wonder. I just want to see when do they pick again, because they might reach for running back here. They pick 64th. Yeah, they might need to reach because Charbonnet is fucking trash. That man ain't a number one receiver or running back. They could take a position of need, but they need a running back after letting K9 walk for no reason. And Detroit, man, I hope this is the end of the draft. The Seattle Seahawks will select Jardrian Price. Don't know who that is. Apparently he's the second best running back. And there you go. Crazy. Well, what do we think of that mess of a fucking draft? Take a look, boys. What do we think of that mess of a draft? Everyone got traded. A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, and BTJ got traded. Like, it went off the rails real fucking quickly. And, yeah, what do we think? Like, need to beef up that deal. They need a running back more than anything because that Charbonnet is not a number one. And plus, it's more fun to end the first round with a fun pick to go over all the trades that happened. We had Chicago trade up a little bit, not really too important. The biggest one, or maybe, would be Garrett Wilson to the Browns for some shit. Dallas, talked about that already. Raiders trade into the first round. Back into the big one. Pitt traded into the first round. Jags traded into the first round. And then obviously the biggest one of the night, A.J. Brown traded. And the Eagles start their A.J. Brown-less lives. So take a minute to take all of that in, and yeah. Some people got cool in that number 2 DB. Holy shebang. Yeah, clearly these rankings did not, so. But, yeah. Overall draft grade, I got. Well, I don't know why they're showing for the shitty fucking Ravens. What did the Browns get? They better got a fucking A, goddamn. Why can't I not find them on this little slidey thing? What does Pitt get for their grade? Hey, Pitt got a B. And a B for their trade. Really intriguing. New England didn't do anything. They only got a C plus for getting A.J. Brown and that's some shit. Miami. Imagine Miami leaves the draft tomorrow with Ruben Bain and BTJ. Now we're getting fucking interesting. I don't know if the Raiders are gonna get an A plus. So if they leave with Mendoza, this would be like Caleb in Rome a few years ago. Am I missing any teams that you want to see what they think? What I did? Green Bay didn't do a fucking thing. You know, you're right. And yeah, there you go. There you go. So yeah. And since I stick to my promises, yeah, I'll drop the fucking link if y'all want to come in and laugh at my terrible draft for a couple minutes. I'll give them 10, 15 minutes with y'all, why not? And yeah, not gonna go all night, but I'll give y'all 10, 15 minutes-ish. I think that is very fair if you would ask me, and even checked Reddit if Israel was a good fit. I saw fans from 3 to 31 saying they would give up for him. Dude, how would you not? Who the fuck would not say yes to taking AJ Brown? Goddamn, dude. You'd be on some very interesting things if you said no to AJ Brown. There you go. But again, I'm not gonna go all night, so I don't expect to, but I'll get 10, 15 minutes to make fun of my terrible draft or make fun of the UFC more ideally, whatever you want to talk about. There you go. That will make me regret it. Oh. This is the first time doing co-hosts on on this computer, so I have no hope for it to work, but two chance was fun and I hate him. Imagine the past one for one AJ Brown is super understanding printed Diana. Yeah. That is some shit he would do. That is definitely some shit he would do, so if they get AJ Brown, well, when they get AJ Brown, it'll be intriguing, man. New England's gonna be scary. So again, Bears still suck, and Queens never. Yeah. Someone once asked me if I could be a Green Bay fan, but not to say the division who didn't hesitate. Yeah. I'm trying my best to make the Browns good, man. They're my team for some fucking reason. I trust me, I don't want them to be. Yeah, I gotta ride with them, man. They are fucking putrid. In every sense of the word, putrid. Hopefully we get Garrett Wilson tomorrow. It'd be a fucking ideal world. Probably won't happen, but I'm in a dream. The problem, I think the Bears exposed it twice. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot from the Bears division tonight. And then the first round, at least, Minnesota and Detroit did one pick, and fucking Chicago got their pick. Green Bay did nothing. So very intriguing. The future from the team falls apart. Yeah, crazy. Truly crazy. So how it is. That's how it is sometimes, man. It truly is. So yeah, not a lot to say there. I mean, 21-point comeback same season. That's crazy. Truly is. You can't ask for a link and then not click it. I'm giving you all the chance. Steve the chance. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. It's been a while, and I thought I would do it. So there you go. So yeah. So yeah, one in ATO. Not really much more I can say. Damn, that true. Ain't that fucking true? Don't need to fucking get a bed ready or anything. Just gonna yap for 5-10 minutes and I'll be back. So don't need to set up a fucking vacation spot. Weirdo. Growing up, always been a Red Wings fan. Nice. So go back here for a minute. That is me mock draft. It's something to say the very least. It's the best mock draft, the most batshit mock draft you'll ever see, and according to Sammy the Bull, nice. So yeah, definitely maybe the most intriguing mock draft you'll ever fucking see. I can tell you this ain't gonna happen tomorrow, but I can dream. I can definitely fucking dream, to say the very least. See what happens. See what happens. And again, let's hope we get as many trades as I did, because it would be a lot more fun if we did. But yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. So, what more can I say there? Some really interesting, a lot of receiver movement this year. And yeah, getting interesting. Again, I hope we get a draft this exciting, but I have heavy doubts about that, so we'll see then. We will see. Did I take any Oklahoma players? Chrome gonna yell at me. Yeah, Chrome's gonna yell at me. I don't think I had any Oklahoma players drafted. Damn it. My bad. And yeah. So not much more I can say there. So definitely more intrigued for the draft than UFC this week, that's for damn sure. And yeah, that's see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. So how happy or sad will your favorite team be after this? Mine would. I know I'll be very happy if this happens for real tomorrow, but I have any doubt I will do anything ever productive. So, you know, I doubt we'll ever do anything to actually be a good football team because I've seen nothing in the last many years to prove we ever want to be good. So, but, I can dream. I can dream, and trust me, I am dreaming. Yeah, Garrett Wilson will be traded, apparently. AJ Brown will be traded, and same will fucking BTJ. So, go another few minutes, giving you a lot of time. So, I'm being very generous. I'm in a goodish mood. Uh, in a goodish mood. So, I'll go another minute or so. So, I'm being very patient. The shit I do for y'all. So, being very patient. Yeah, there we go. Stevie. After much request, Steve gets some co-host time to make fun of my draft. So, long time no see. Steve Marvin Harrison.
In the flesh.
Not related to Marvin Harrison, but would probably be as productive.
Not related to Marvin Harrison or Junior.
You'd probably be more productive as a receiver.
We're dedicating this stream to combatics.
Yeah, that man fucking fell off the face of the earth.
Long live combatics, wherever he might be.
Yeah, we've lost many soldiers. So
we lost Jay Beers also, apparently, because I didn't see him in the Holes stream the other night. I haven't been on Moss's stream in like 2 months now, probably.
I checked in on the Drunk's anniversary, and I think that was it. I don't know. I check in and watch a little bit. I think he's live right now, doing much better views than me, asshole.
He has his cult following. I didn't even know that they were doing a whole show in or like a meetup in Vegas. Apparently, Holes Fest. What I think he calls it.
Sounds like a really bad porno.
Yeah, I asked Smokey if he was going, and he was like, "No, the U.S. doesn't like my criminal history." So that prompted Moss to try and set up one now in Canada, because I guess he can go to Canada. I'm just like, why don't you all just go to Australia? It seems like it would be more fun than Canada.
We're all going to Pitt for the draft, so we can yell at our favorite teams.
That's true. Yeah, we we should just. That would be the easiest of all these spots. Of course, he picks Vegas because it's close to him.
Yeah.
I like this draft though. The mock draft you did. I see a lot of those things happening. I like the idea of the Browns getting Garrett Wilson. Makes a lot of sense.
God, I'm hoping. God, I'm hoping.
Gotta believe.
I don't want 2 alignment tomorrow. Please.
Don't screw this up.
I think this is where, at this point, the draft started to get unrealistic after these, with all the fucking trades.
It makes
I did
the
not
most
have
sense.
I try.
If they go for, because they're a team that is, it's kind of like damned if they do something, damned if they don't, like the Jets. But I feel like the Browns have a lot more potential than the Jets right now, so they could get that one piece on offense and be off and running because they've had a competitive defense for a while. It's kind of like the Texans who are just plagued by CJ Stroud's god-awful play.
Fuck, they might be in line to take Ty Simpson for all we know. They might want to stay in the first round instead of trading out of it. But
we'll just welcoming the drama at that point. But I like that idea to get Simpson and not ride the Shadur train anymore.
Well, yeah, a lot of interesting things here. Jets have a big night here if this happens. 3 receiver trades. I think maybe the most underrated move here is Carolina getting scarier, actually getting some help at tight end. Fucking this would make this trade, if this draft happens tomorrow, the league looks much different.
NFC South, God, I can't wait to watch those games.
Yeah.
The coach of the Falcons now and his war of words he's been having with Baker. It's going to be fascinating to see, and everybody's just, I like how the Saints they're fourth wheeling it, and in the middle of all of this, the winner of the draft in that division could be the Panthers, and somehow they were the winner of the division too.
Yeah, like Carolina and New Orleans make out pretty good here. Atlanta ain't even fucking here, and Tampa just trying to get anything on defense going because God, they have nothing. They don't have fucking anything on defense.
I keep scratching my head with the whole Klubnik thing too, because people who I've talked to on chats for NFL pages have been saying, oh, they're sleeping on Klubnik, but I don't know. Some of these people you look at and you're not sure because they still look so young, and I just feel like he would, especially coming out of a small state like going to school somewhere like Clemson. I mean, it's a big school, but it's not a big area. So I wonder if going to the Jets would be the culture shock to go to somewhere like New York, because that has happened to quarterbacks in the past. There was a quarterback for the Bengals in the 90s who was, everybody called him a bust, and he grew up in Texas and he went to Cincinnati. So that's a huge culture shock. And then he goes to a team with no offensive line, and he gets, in one game, he got sacked 10 times. I think David Klingler was his name. And I just always remember hearing that he got sacked 10 times in one game. And that's what I'm afraid will happen to Klubnik, is he'll go to the Jets and then he'll have a game like that, and it'll just be PTSD the rest of his career.
He'll definitely be on a team by the end of the draft, but it's going to be a bad one because there are teams that are looking for a quarterback. Late will be the Jets, the Cardinals, probably not also be looking for a quarterback late. Hmm.
Oh, Miami. God, I have shut that team out of my mind living in Florida down here because
So,
everybody's so high on the Jaguars, and the Buccaneers are always competitive, but I guess
yeah,
the
they make a
Dolphins
trade here. Miami fucking helping each other now. Florida.
they could
Hmm.
shake it up. I mean, they can't go much further down than they have already. They started out really badly, but I mean, they did have a little mid-season momentum. I'll give them that, but it just it hardly means anything when you're one successful season with their coach that they just got. Who's the guy that they just got rid of? Matt something.
Something along those lines.
I can't.
I fucking mind.
The guy with the remember he has glasses and everybody calls him a good assistant or a good
Mike McDonald.
coordinator. Yeah, and he I mean his most successful season was losing a playoff game to the Chiefs. I just think they need to torch everything to the ground. It's sometimes it's the coach and sometimes it's unfortunately the owner in the Cowboys case who's destroying everything that he touches.
Well, if they do what I said they should do tonight, Miami will be leaving the draft with Brian Thomas Jr., which I think that'd be a pretty good trade for them.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly. That's
For pick 30, I would do it.
I love that idea because I mean he got his confidence as the season went on, but I feel
He's
like
the
the
third
Jags
best receiver there, yeah, which is sad.
that would be huge for them to make a pickup like that. It's just with the quarterback, I'm wondering what's going to happen with them. Yeah, maybe they shock everybody and pick up Ty Simpson or Klubnik.
I forgot Miami trade Jalen Waddle. I just remembered that right now. Damn, they need to do something. God damn.
It's like
Fucking
one of the more interesting drafts the last decade, I feel like, because it's first of all, you have Mendoza, who when there's there ever been this much hype around somebody from Indiana, let alone an Indiana quarterback, and just also with it's like a passing of the torch because Rodgers is retiring soon, and just all these players I grew up watching are going to become a thing of the past, and like all these coaches like Tomlin and Harbaugh are gone. But I hope Harbaugh suffers with the Giants as a struggling Commanders fan this past season.
well, he's just making the Ravens. So how good they do. He just made the fucking White Ravens. So
That
like,
was maybe the we already possibly had the craziest draft and free agency. Actually, both of them a story with Max Crosby because I was like, I thought that was a joke that they got him back, and then I saw, oh, he really is going back to the Raiders, and they nullified it.
NFL shit for you. Makes as much sense as anything else anymore. Fucking Ravens.
Like thoughts on the Raiders starting Cousins? Do you think they'll
No.
do anything significant?
They can say they're starting Kirk Cousins. Week 1 starter is going to be Fernando Mendoza. Because they're going to see, oh, one dude sucks ass, and the other dude, hey, we took a number 1 pick. So it's not 1975 anymore. You play your number 1 pick. It's not pretty simple.
Good point. You got him to play. I mean, Derek Carr was getting interviewed, and he was like, yeah, I think they should start Cousins, but I mean, it's hard to make an argument for him to even start because of getting the one playoff win, and all the real winner is Kirk Cousins' agent. How much money he's gotten, that guy, for his career. And this is coming from a guy who has watched the most playoff success we had up until Jaden Daniels was with Kirk Cousins. He got us our division title in 2016 before Jaden took us to the championship game. But yeah, it makes the most sense to just throw Mendoza in there. Like, maybe you have him start, like, I don't know, in the 5th week or something like that when Kirk goes 1-3. I don't know how good the Raiders are going to be this year, though, with that division. It's especially now that Bo Nix is the big man in the AFC West. We'll see.
They'll be better than the Chargers. That's a hot take.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I know you'll be happy, camper, if my draft is correct. You're getting the big man on campus, big love at running back. Most likely what's going to happen.
That's a
Jeremiah numbers.
I like him because we had we got gutted with free agency, so I'm hoping that they can get an elite backfield going with Jaden and with Love back there. It could be the same thing kind of with the Titans. If Cam Ward can get that backfield going and their receivers there with Ridley, hopefully we have a solid offense going with these young quarterbacks. It's just, that's what they're looking for now, is they're almost looking for half running back, half QB.
Yeah. I think the Titans have more issues than running back, so I think you'll get lucky in that regard. And your quarterback needs to run, but he should not be your best runner on your team, unless you have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of the unicorn when it comes to that, and like Jalen Hurts is sort of that, but yeah, definitely not Lamar Jackson level. And there are these guys that, like Jaden Daniels, who I don't know. The NFC East is kind of anyone's guess right now, I feel like, because the Giants have potential, but I don't know if they'll pull it together with Harbaugh in his first year, or if he's just over the hill as a coach. We'll see if it was the Ravens were more toxic in the end, and with the Cowboys, it's just always like, what's their problem this year? Oh, it's Jerry Jones again. And the Eagles, they just need to get rid of AJ, plain and simple.
Yeah, it's a one for sure trade tomorrow, so at least I'll finally get out of the fucking way. So, about time they'll end that fucking saga.
Yeah, and that'll be the Mike Vrabel will finally be like, hey, I did something right this year. Good Lord. That story is just like, this has been, has there been a year where there was a bigger story and going into the draft weekend than this? I don't know, because that was just, I didn't know it was because I didn't have the context when I was reading about that story, and I was like, all right, they took some pictures together at a resort, like, what am I missing here? And then I went, oh, they were 2 hours away from their hotel. Oh, it's $2,000 a night. Oh, they're on the roof of a very nice suite, and they said all their friends were there, and just, it's like, what a nothing burger Mike Vrabel gave with that press conference that he called. Like, if it's that, it's just, God, it's more reason to root against the Patriots. If I'm Bill Belichick, I'm so happy, because it's like, wow, there's actually a more toxic relationship than mine.
That'll be washed away if an AJ Brown trade, so they'll save their ass there, at least.
Yeah, everyone just forget all about it. I mean, their business at the end of the day, but I don't think I see New England. They kind of lucked out getting to the Super Bowl this year. I feel like it would have been interesting to see the Bills play them in the championship game over the Broncos, but that was the robbery of all robberies, that interception. But it would have been much better than the Broncos, I feel like. Well, maybe just as good, but the Broncos without Bo Nix was like, all right, they're going to win. And they shouldn't have even beaten the Texans, but Texans turned it over like 17 times in that game. That was the worst Super Bowl in a decade.
Not very good at all. But yeah, anything else you want to be happy about before we get out of this bitch?
I think that can wrap her up. If there's another one of these streams that you do for like if you're not going to do one until like maybe 328 or something like that, where you open it up again to people, I'm definitely I'd be down. Or if you do that stream on Wednesday nights, go through with that where it's just talking about other topics, I'm definitely down to contribute. I'm on the same time as you down here in Florida, so I'm up for it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm playing with ideas in my head, so we'll see what happens, and maybe eventually we'll hit 200 for real. So.
Yeah,
dream.
Like,
but
this would be funny if you would just like if you got onto all your accounts and you just follow him. I can't wait to talk to him in the chat tonight. And then I was going to bed and I saw they were taken away. I was like, oh, he's under 200 again. And I had that happen, sort of something similar. I was at 80 subs on my old page, and then I got locked out, of course. So I understand that all too well. Struggle.
yeah, that's life. What can you do? But yeah, thanks for jumping in and join the Discord. No, join the Discord.
Hey, anytime we will do these streams again, and we'll give the Gummy Gang a run for their cash.
I wish, but yeah, that's fun.
They can waste their time there. We're talking about more important things than Bitcoin, like NFL draft stock.
Yeah, I know which one I would rather talk about, but whatever. What can you do? And
let them have their Colt.
Whatever. Is what it is. And yeah, fun night.
Appreciate you playing host.
Always.
Do it again.
Who the fuck is Steve? He's in chat, Crumbs. Don't be an asshole. But yeah, thanks for coming in, brother. Have a good night.
Absolutely. Take it easy, my man.
You too.
Let's go.
Be nice, Chrome. Be nice. Calm down. You came in late, motherfucker. Well, if you want to look at my draft board, my mock draft, here you go. If you want to take a look, Chrome, sorry, no Oklahoma players. I couldn't find any, or I didn't accidentally draft any, so. There you go. Tell me what you think of that. And, not even. Your Patriots trade for AJ Brown tomorrow in this mock draft. The Raiders ain't drafting no quarterback after Russell. They're taking Fernando Mendoza. Don't be silly. That guy, Chrome McGregor, our Masons, bonus, hmm, whatever that means. No, they're taking Fernie. There's no, you might as well just start the draft at number 2 because I already know Mendoza. Mendoza's been a Raider for like 5 months now. Like what the like what there even there mustn't even say there. So the dude's been a Raider for like 6 goddamn months. Uh, yes, but he's the best pass rusher in the draft from Oklahoma. Well, maybe he'll get drafted in the first round. Or Stoke, what's up, D man? Well, y'all come in late. Yes, yeah. Yeah, maybe he'll get drafted early. I didn't see him in the consensus top of the board, so a few of the trades that went down, I can dream that we can trade 24 for Garrett Wilson. The Jags get BTJ, or get rid of BTJ. And then the big one for you, Chrome, you trade a bunch of picks for Mr. A.J. Brown. He's Nick Bonito 2.0. And we'll see where he gets drafted. Probably around 2 or 3 picks. Again, I didn't see him in the top of the board that I used. So, but maybe, I don't know. What I do. Center. So, a lot of Ohio State in this draft. And only one Indiana dude. Or no, 2, I guess. So, some Notre Dame. Damn, my phone died. Happens. Stream is so good, it takes more power. Patriots walk out A.J. Brown. Browns walk out Tate, Garrett Wilson. Raiders walk out with Fernie and some receiver. Hey, Tampa, and Carl, I know you care about this. Tampa got a safety because they need defense. They should only be looking at defense. So, there's that. The NFL guys don't know what they're talking about. Just look at the draft with sure last year. Yeah. I don't fucking know, man. I just use what's fucking given to me. The consensus draft board sounds about right, and that's what I went with. So, Sonny Styles, number 2. Jordan Tyson, number 16 to the Jets. Sadiq to the Panthers. Ty Simpson to the Steelers. Ty Simpson sneaks into the first round. And Chrome's gonna make fun of that shit. So, Jeremiah Love goes number 7, maybe the most talked about guy in the draft. Actually, definitely the most talked about guy in the draft. And yeah, gonna be an interesting one tomorrow. I am very, very excited. Very, very excited. So, none of the picks except for the first couple were who they thought they would be. Change that true. Legendary top 10 best at position. Then after the fucking season, he is the second best quarterback from the draft. With Jackson Dart having the best rookie year at quarterback last year. Cam Ward sucks and Tyler Shucks and nobody. Gas Sanders are the top 5 pick, and he fucking should have been. He was better than Cam Ward. So, but hey, that's a Pro Bowler right there. And now Browns are gonna give him Carnell Tate and Garrett Wilson. Dude, that's gonna be good. We're gonna be good, man. Just wait. Just you fucking wait. So, it's gonna be intriguing. And, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. The Raiders need a quarterback more than Mike Vrabel needs a new wife. Ain't that fucking true? So, Fernie, Mendoza, we're just asking for you to be better than Jamarcus Russell. You already are. So just don't be worse. But his career on Clemson, and he still runs his mouth. Yeah. Klaus, and that man will never shut up. So what does that tell you? So, Lamont to Saints. If we get this draft tomorrow, we're gonna have a really intriguing draft. I knew he was gonna go late. He doesn't have the arm strength or speed to be worth a first round pick. But shitty Cam Ward does. Come on, Cam Ward sucks. Shredder and Dart are way better than Cam Ward. So fuck Tyler Shuck's better than Cam Ward. Let's not play around at this point. So I don't know. Okay, bro, without Marshall Falk, he should be working on it. Yeah. Cam Ward was miles better than Shredder in college, and in the NFL, Shredder played better in like the 2026 first round pick, baby. Bernie Mendoza. See how this kid goes, man. Come on, Chrome. A 9 arm strength, come on. This is a superstar. Way better than Jamarcus Russell. Pocket management, he's good at. Oh, come on, man. That's big Mendoza. Who is he comp to? Look out. He's comp to Combine, so he's Combine-wise, he's comp to Jameis. That's not a good thing. Being comp to Jameis Winston's not a great thing. Projections. I want to see like legit comps. Spencer Rattler was better than Shooter in college. Shut up. Is his dad Deion Sanders? No, he's not better. So, no Diego Paiva, another guy who went back to college. None of these guys are getting drafted tomorrow. Imagine if this guy, if Paiva were coming out to draft tomorrow, it'd be a much different story, but I guess we're not that lucky. Let's look at some of these from Mendoza stats. 16 for 27, 186. Played good, man. Played good. One had a touchdown on November 1st. Mendoza was good because he was on 18 full 25-year-old playing against 18 19-year-olds. Well, now he's going to be playing with Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, which is pretty fucking good. So he's he's compared to Jameis Winston. That's not great. Cam should have been in a DB, should have. When is. I have no idea. He's the next Marino for sure. Yeah, look at these stats. 3,000 yards, 3,041 touchdowns. Come on now. That's the Mendoza line, baby. 99% compared to Jameis Winston. That's not a good thing. Oh, God. And then we gotta look at maybe the most talked about guy in the draft. Older than Genty. At least 4 years off his life thanks to that fucking Raiders O-line. Speaking of running backs, maybe the most talked about guy tomorrow, Mr. Jeremiah Love compared to DeMarco Murray. Oklahoma. No, so Chrome has to love Jeremiah Love compared to DeMarco. 1,372, 18 tutties. That's Jeremiah, baby. He's going to do his thing. The guy the Browns should be taking. Number 6, Kyle Beck. Regular season king that won't finish. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Or they compare Carnell Tate to Murray just joined chief staff. Yeah. Oh God, they're comparing Carnell Tate to Chad Hansen. Ew. So he sucks. God, this dude does. Why is this dude so hyped up? 875, 9 touchdowns. Why is this dude so hyped up? Jesus Christ, this dude sucks. Ew. Do I have to? Can we take Jordan Tyson instead? Why is this dude's stats garbage? The fuck? What about Mackay? Is he better? Mackay? There's no way receivers are having this shit on. Was Mackay? Gabe? He actually, even his stats kind of fucking suck. Dude, these receivers are terrible, dude. What the fuck? What about Jordan? Is he the best one? No, then Bowers will be the same age when the season starts. Good. They're going to connect really well. Okay, he has pretty decent stats. I don't care who the Browns take at 6. If it's Tate, Lemon, or Tyson, just take them, please, please. Got Sonny Styles, got number 2. Chrome Strike Horn, Chad Muma, great. So, he's compared to Leighton Vander Esch? Okay. Who else is worth looking at? Ty Simpson, baby. Keith Pitt's gonna take him. They need a quarterback. See what is Simpson compared to these names. Simpson had a really good last season. Having over 203 playing in college and putting numbers up against teenagers basically. And we're gonna see how he does in a real league. Either he was just padding his stats against kids, or if he's gonna show you that's really good. Gotta watch more film if they look good on film, right coaching system, they will. So usually that is the case. So, oh yeah, they are fighting to keep that 8 years of eligibility. Fuck, they want to keep going. All the quarterbacks want to just stay in college and keep beating up on fucking children. That's what Dante, Archie, and fucking a few others, Trinidad, that's all they're doing. He was too trash to play, that's why he stayed in college. Well, guys that never made back in. Yeah, if fucking Trinidad and fucking Manning, we already know next year's number 1 pick is going to be Arch, so who should be going number 1 tomorrow, but he has to stay in college. Fucking Trinidad and Paiva and Dante Moore is in the grade he's supposed to be in. We'll just wait till he's a Jet next year, and then with the number 1 pick in the 2027 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Arch Manning. Claim wants 5 years of picks. In college, like 5 or 6 years. I don't know. All in on Arch. Yeah, the tank for Arch begins, and I think the Jets are going to win it. So, Jets probably are the worse than Sanders. What do you read their last names? Those are 2 legends right there. Did you not read what their last name is? Manning, Sanders. They're good. Come on, look at Bronny James. That's a superstar right there. Look at Big Bronny, man. So, come on now. Read the name on the you don't want to see a Manning back in the NFL? Come on. Been too long. He's sticking. The top 3 picks next year will be what? Paiva, March, and Dante Moore, whatever. Should be 4 years, and Don Clark, those guys getting like 8 years due to injuries. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. But The NBA players are just going back to college at this point. What did that tell you? Hold on that David Tyree helmet catch. so, so next year the top 3 picks will be Arch to the Jets, Paiva or fucking Moore to the Cardinals, and who will be going number 3? That's a good question. Not be a wild landing spot in Eli's history there. The problem is he doesn't have just well, yeah. But if the Jets do what I did here, they'd have Jordan Tyson. They'd have about that. That's it. But something. You'd at least give him Jordan Tyson for next year. So, or Arch might be a Cardinal. Whoever gets the number 1 pick next year, it's gonna be either Arizona or New York, more than likely. I don't know who else could suck that badly to get that pick. So that's gonna probably be the Jets or the Cardinals, and I would imagine it's gonna be the Jets. Archie on the Cardinals would be really weird. We just got Mendoza, and we start talking good about how they will be number 1 pick. That's the thing. 9th year. That's fucking bullshit. 9 fucking years in college. What's the point of even going to the NFL at that point? You've already played a goddamn career. So, it's fucking stupid. I don't know. Nice for running stable. Yeah. Go back to just let Indiana be happy they finally have something. You already stole their finals title. And Bradshaw was a solid fancy pick. Nice. So they can stay and put a number like Mendoza just didn't get drafted high. Let Indiana have something nice, goddammit. You took their NBA title, let them have a number 1 pick. They don't even have an NFL team. Goddamn it. Nah, we do, but still, we don't want the Colts. No one actually wants to be a Colts fan. Colts fucking stink. Yeah, a perfect world. Colts trade up for him. Get him. Winning a title. And Jacob. Sweet, alright, in my book. Hell yeah. So, but yeah, no matter what happens tomorrow, Chrome doesn't call everyone shit. And we'll see what happens. I'm super intrigued. Again, what you see here will not be the draft we get tomorrow, but in a perfect world it would be. And yeah, how fun would this draft be tomorrow? Very fun, actually. And yeah, what more can I really say there? So I'm excited. And yeah, Mendoza's a Raider. What happens after that? We find out. What happens to Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, Ty Simpson? We find out. And I can't wait. It'll be worse than the Jeffrey Julius Peppers draft. Oh God. Yeah, just be happy we're not going back to Trayvon Walker being the number 1 pick. Jesus fucking Christ, that was sad. You know that was a bad draft, and still should have been Aiden Hutchinson, but minor details, I guess. So let's not act like Mendoza's that bad one we've had in the last couple years. Fucking Trayvon Walker, Cam Ward, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray. We've had much worse, it would seem. And see what the Mendoza line can do tomorrow. Well, maybe we can get drafted. We'll see what he does in the league. He's better than Jamarcus Russell. I think Chrome could even admit that part of it. And yeah, I'm excited. I love the NFL draft. I think it's one of the best parts of the season. Outside of being a Browns fan, it's enjoyable. And let's see who gets traded. AJ Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Garrett Wilson. Who knows? And Life Freeney picked Tim Tebow. Who does not love Tebow mania, baby? He's gonna come back as a tight end, man. So yeah, Tebow was good 1 year. Won a playoff game. That's why Cam has no starts. Yeah, and yeah, not really much more I can think to say there. Tebow before he transferred. Superman. Yeah, Cam thinks he can still play right now. He'll talk you into thinking he could too. That man knows how to convince you of shit. And yeah, not really much else to say. So unless y'all got anything else you want to talk about, it's been 2 hours. I'm tired, and it's only Wednesday. I'm not used to streaming on Wednesday. So we'll be back on Friday to talk shitty UFC and everything else. So we'll definitely talk about the draft on Friday, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But shout out to everyone we had in chat tonight: the DB, the D Man, the Stevie, the Chrome. What else do we have? We had OGs. We haven't had an OG in a while. I think that's about all we got. The big four. Did we get anyone else? Did we find any other wild viewers tonight? No. So, shout out to y'all though. Very fun night. 2 hours talking about football before the draft. And yeah. You know, there's a guy on the radio saying there's only 3-star and 10 hell, But unless y'all got anything else you want to talk about, I'm tired. And let's end this night, shall we? By saying, as always, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'm forgetting to say something which I don't believe I am. I believe the only thing left to say tonight is I will give you all a second. Y'all got anything else you want to talk about? But if you don't, then you don't. And yeah, I really. We're talking about KFC now. God, don't make me hungry. But yeah, not really much more I can say. So shout out to y'all. Yeah, let's see what happens in the draft tomorrow. Mock draft will be better than what actually happened. And as always, RX, y'all can keep yapping and chat even after stream. I don't care. But if we're done first stream, cool. As always, RX out. Good vibes. Only. And always.